Thank you everybody once more for joining us today. My name is Nadia and I will be your host for a few of these 2026 Academy sessions. To start well the year, why not to wrap up 2025 and see a bit of prediction for 2026. I promise you we're not talking about horoscope and astrological signs, but we're talking about data from Booking Manager. If you have any question, feel free to write them in the Q&A section, and I will be happy to answer all of those. Martina, Happy New Year to you too. Thank you once more, Martina, for being here with us for this season. Martina is the basically attended all the Academy session of 2025, even the one live from Booking Manager Summit 25 this year. So for those of you that have been to a Booking Manager Summit this year might already be familiar with some of these data because they were presented firstly there, but let's roll over. So first statistics I want to share with you, it's a couple of numbers about Booking Manager. Currently, we have over 12,000 yachts in 1,300 charter fleets in 500 destinations. This 1,300 fleets goes from daily charter to mega yachts, luxury yachts, everything in between, including probably the largest availability of real-time bookable river charter fleets. And what I'm even prouder to give you as a number is the number of exclusive boats that are presented in Booking Manager. We have 4,422 as of yesterday or a couple of days ago, exclusive boats available in Booking Manager. It means that those almost 4,500 boats are available only through Booking Manager to be booked. So it's an incredible honor for us, that those companies decided to trust us enough to be presented exclusively in Booking Manager. And we have almost 4,000 that are primarily available through Booking Manager. Primarily means that they have the most updated booking sheet and booking conditions and prices and discount in Booking Manager system. Enough said about us. Let's start with the hot topics. So the first thing I want to discuss, and I will start immediately with the most tricky subject, is agency commission. So in 2025, we see that commission is relatively stable in all our reference markets. So we see that Croatia slightly reduced the average from 15% to 14%. Greece stayed stable at 16%. Italy stayed stable at 14%. Turkey 17%. And Spain slightly decreased from 16 to 15%. Please keep in mind that all the data I'm giving you today are for all fleets in Booking Manager, which means that the statistics take into account from the small ribs to the super large mega yachts. So, obviously commission is lower in crude yacht charter than it is in bareboat yacht charter. So please keep this information in mind. If you want more details, I will be happy to meet you in Dusseldorf next week, Monday and Tuesday. And we can discuss this data further, but for the purpose of keeping this in a reasonable time, we will not go into many details. So this is what we have been seeing. I can tell you that for our experience, as a company, we've been in this business for almost 25 years. And personally, what I've seen in over 10 years is that these numbers are slowly decreasing. I can bring as an example Greece, which is a market that I know quite well. When I started in this business a while ago, the average commission for Greece was above 20%. And I'm sure that those of you that are longer than me in the business will confirm that at some point, we had numbers from 25% and higher as an average commission that agency would get. So this is the first data point I wanted to share with you. The second thing is the also most discussed data point in our industry, and is the discounts. So discounts we have seen from 2019 to today, they have been fluctuating enormously given the challenges that our industry went through. And we see that Croatia is in constant rise in average of discounts. So we had 26% last year, we have 28% this year. Greece 21% in 24 and 21% in 2024 and 24% in 2025. Italy kept stable at 22. Turkey went from 18 to 19%, and Spain gets the only green arrow because they slightly reduced from 12% to 11%. So they already have the lowest a discount in our reference markets, and they are the only market that decreased, while Italy kept stable, and Italy is always average about 20%. The highest change we have seen is in Croatia. So discounts are rising in Croatia incredibly in the past couple of seasons. While Greece had had very high discounts a few years ago, they decreased. Now they are slightly moving a few points, but this is the general picture of the past, let's say, 5-6 years. So from pre-COVID data to today's data. If you have any comment or you do not agree with me or you want to bring any points to support this discussion, feel free to write in the chat. I'm always happy to have a discussion. Otherwise, I will just keep going. So the next pain point is prices. So I had the chance to comment this with many of you at the Booking Manager Summit. And I know that this is a very vague number because of what we said before. This is average on all kind of segments mixed. So it is, as I said, so far, it includes any kind of charter and any kind of boat. So those are very general numbers, but it still gives us an idea of what is happening in the market. So we see that some markets are maintaining stable the price. I'm taking Spain as an example. The decrease, it's so small that it's basically, we can say that they kept the price pretty much the same. Turkey also, it's very, very small change in price. The biggest changes we see are Croatia, Greece, and Italy. Well, Italy and Greece, I would say it is a slight change, but it's not a huge change. The biggest price drop we're noticing is Croatia, and it is due. They were the highest basket we had recorded in 23-24. So the largest spending that was done for a booking. For a weekly booking was in Croatia in the past few years, and this is dropping. And the reason why the price went up, there are several. There was the huge job that the Croatian Tourist Board did in promoting Croatia. Croatia became the most popular destination in the Med in the past few years. This brought a huge number of units to Croatia. Democratization of charter on catamarans also raised the price. Unfortunately, in the past couple of years, we got hit by inflation rising, we got hit by wars, unfortunately, surrounding the countries surrounding us. And all of this reduced the spending basket of the people that would normally travel to Croatia. Also, one of the shifts we have seen, and this is not only for Croatia, Italy noticed this very strongly this summer. We changed the seasonality. This is Dankar. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. He's asking, are the prices net amounts or including commission? This is client price. So what we have seen, especially in Italy, I was saying, is a huge change of seasonality. Normally, if I take Italy as a reference market for this, normally the 3 most booked in advance weeks are the first 3 weeks of August. As you might know, I'm Italian, and I can confidently say that till a few years ago, Italy would completely stop working in the first 3 weeks of August, and everybody would go on holiday in those 3 weeks. Those 3 weeks are not the most sought after anymore. And what does that mean for our prices is that those are the 3 most expensive weeks in a price list generally. And if those slots stay empty or get booked with last minute discount, the average spending lowers because either are people getting those weeks with a good discount or a too big discount, depending on who you're asking, or they book in lower season like June, and then their spending is reduced. So there is several factors that are that brought us to the point where we were 2022, 2023, 2024, which is, that COVID, one of the consequences of COVID was that, there was no boat left to be booked because everybody discovered charter as a very safe and very enjoyable way of, spending holidays. So that brought to our industry other charters that are not the one that they were traditionally used to handle. So that made the prices also increase. Now, there are several macroeconomics and microeconomic factors that came into play in the past couple of years, which reduced the spending power of people. And this is what these numbers are telling us. Now, top destination. This is in booked weeks. Yes, number of booked weeks. I said that Croatia had an incredible success in the past few seasons, and the ones that paid the highest price were Greece and Italy, except for the couple of years, 2020, 2021, which were very good years for Italy because Italy has a huge potential with the domestic market. And they usually sail abroad. Greece, Croatia, Spain are, very common destination for Italians. During COVID times, Italians tended to stay and sailed in Italy. So Italy was kind of an exception because of the domestic market in those couple of years. But Croatia was, for the past 5, 6, 7 years, the top destination in Med. And got, whichever word you want to use, large chunk of shares, of market shares from Greece. Greece is, slightly biting back those market shares. Prices in Croatia went up, and as we saw in the slide before, there is not an incredible difference in charter price because it's 600 euros more expensive in Croatia. Please keep in mind also that Croatia has a wide range of crude and larger units, so that raises my average price also a bit. But you see, it's not a huge price difference, but the problem is that Croatia was known to be a very affordable destination, and that has slightly changed in the past 2 years. So Croatia has lost again part of its travelers, and the country that benefited the most from this is Greece. That went from 3,184 booked weeks to 3,859. So we can say almost 3,900. So that's quite a large increase, which is very nice for Greek charter operators. Spain also has lost a bit of market share. Italy is relatively stable. There is not a huge, fluctuation, while Turkey was very badly hit years ago, over 5 years ago, and is slowly coming back to the top 5 destination in the Med. So these are the numbers. Any comment on this? I will take a second to sip water. So if you have any comment on these numbers so far, feel free. Okay. Oh, do you have any statistics on how many weeks are typically booked by flotilla operators? Um, I do not have flotilla for specific companies. Obviously, for data privacy reason, I cannot say how many weeks a specific agent or charter operator does. I don't have I could pull general statistic for flotillas. I don't have it in this specific presentation, but Mikita, if you send me an email, I will be happy to have a look if I can give you more direction on the flotilla in general as a market. Marcel, how nice to see you here with us today. Thank you for joining us. Do you have numbers on Martinique? I do have, Marcel, those numbers. I don't have them in this presentation, but I can get them through you. No need for you to send me an email. I know how to reach you. I can have a look as Martinique as a destination and give you more info. No problem. Any more questions? Oh, look, can you compare sailing, the result of sailing boats and motorboats? Are the numbers similar? I could do it, as I said, for timing purposes, I didn't dig. I will not dig further in this presentation. I'm just presenting general numbers. But sure, it's something I can compare for you if you're interested. Marcel, also Thailand and Seychelles. Sure, no problem. Tadeusz, thank you so much for the data. To make sure I got right, the top destination number, this, they show total number of weeks booked via Booking Manager per country. So it is everything that is processed through Booking Manager. Yes, as you know, we work with, as we said, 1,300 charter operators. Most of those process all their bookings through us. So this is the general number. It's not only the confirmed through Booking Manager, if this is what you meant. Okay. Okay, I will move on with next slide. So this is to give you, we spoke in the slide before about week numbers. Now we talk in percentages. So we see that Croatia lost almost 13%. Greece gained almost 16.5%. Italy 4.4, Turkey 0.4, and Spain lost 17%. So this is so these are the percentage that refer to this previous slide. To give you a more easy to bite information. Okay. So as we said, this is general numbers, all countries. The average spending basket in 24, you see it has been rising constantly till and reached this peak in 24. 24 was the highest we recorded since the pre-COVID. And this year we see a drop. We're still quite high. We didn't go lower than 2023 or before, but it's a quite significant drop still in the average spending basket. Yannis, do you have data per area as well? Can you be more specific? You mean like Athens, Ionian Island? Sorry for assuming that from your name and surname that you're referring to Greece. Is this what you mean, like by sailing areas, or can you help me understand you better? In the meanwhile, while I wait the answer, I will move to the next slide. So I usually say this in my presentation, that if any of these 5 boats surprises you, you're either new to the business or you're playing a completely different game than I'm playing, because the Lagoon 42 and 46 are the most popular catamarans in the charter business. I don't think it comes as a surprise to anybody. And same for the Bavaria 46 and Oceanis 46. I'm Italian, so I pronounce it Oceanis. I'm sorry, it surprises everybody all the time. Oceanis 46.1. Compared to last year, there is not a huge difference. Those four are pretty much there. It varies year on year. If the second best monohull is the Sun Odyssey 45.1, I think, or 46.1, the similar size for cabin for heads version of Jeannot or Beneteau. Those two are coming always head to head for the second position. The Bavaria Cruiser 46, it's always the top performer monohull. In this case, I'm talking also compared to the availability. So last year, if any of you remember, I presented this the Lagoon 620, which is not a widely available catamaran. It's less and less available, but it was one of the best performing. So these numbers are number of bookings in relation to the number of boats. So there is this correlation that you have to keep in mind that is done here. Okay, so Yannis is back. Correct major sailing area in Greece, for example. I am not 100% that I can do it by sailing area. I could do focus by basis. If we take, Athens being, Alimos being the most popular for the Athens and Saronic. If we take Lefkas or Corfu, probably Lefkas, to be the central point for the Ionian, we could go that way. By sailing areas, need to be checked. Are you by any chance in Dusseldorf for the boat show? If yes, come and meet me Monday, and we can discuss this further. Okay, going back to most popular boats. Anybody surprised by this information? Anybody wants to say that I'm wrong? No? I guess we all agree. Next. Number of bookings in 2025. So I had started this academy with, I think, last year with the state of the charter market. With the negative numbers. So 24 we started in negative in comparison bookings compared to 2023. I was happy to see that we started 2025. That 25 was in positive at the end with a 4% in comparison to 2024. So we didn't start the year as we usually start with the highest number of bookings, but luckily during the season the numbers caught up and we still managed to close the year with a +4. Okay, now this is number of new boats in fleets. So we saw last year that actually Croatia was leading with the number of new boats with the turnover. Marcel, can you recall 23 versus 24? Not on top of my mind, but it was something in the negative, not highly negative, but somewhere between -1 and -5, I would say. Oh, actually, yes. You can check the State of the Art Charter Market blog post of 24, and you have the information there. Okay, so a number of new boats. This is the number of the turnover. So how many new boats entered a specific market every year? So as you can see, Croatia is the top in purchasing and with the turnover of new boats in the country, followed by Italy. Okay, this is a statistic that I do every year, and this year is the first year that I see a difference. So normally we have Actually, this is last year's statistic. So this is slide from 2024, not from 25. So in 2024, catamarans had an average occupancy rate of 85% in peak season compared to 75% of 2020, 75% for monohulls. If you go to the State of the Charter Market blog post of 2025 on the PDF that we attached to it, you will see that those numbers are now reversed. So catamarans dropped from 85 to 75 occupancy rate, and monohull benefited from it. So as we said, the average spending basket is lowering, the purchasing power in the European market is lowering, so catamarans tend to come with a more premium price. So this year, we see that catamarans had a lower occupancy rate in peak season compared to monohulls. And this is the first year since I'm doing those statistics that we have actually this inversion of this major trend that we have been seeing in our business. This is what we call the charter mix. So by charter mix, we mean either the kind of person that you have on board. So, if it is a newbie, if it's a confirmed sailor, if it's what we call a regular tourist, the one that used to go to a, maybe 4 or 5-star hotel and that converted to a charter, or, the origin of this chartering, the origin of the client. So you can see how the market share changed. So German clients are still one of the strongest source market for our med travelers. France still a very strong player. UK pretty much stable. Poland slightly decreasing. Czech Republic slightly decreasing. So the mix has slightly changed, and we opened ourselves to clients from other destinations than the ones that are our regular tourists. Italy is pretty much stable. We are a very strong. We have quite healthy number of people that do charter for their holidays in Italy. And the next one, it's a new statistic that we presented this year. I was very curious to actually look at the distribution of the fleet. One thing that interested me is because in Croatia, we have seen this trend of merging companies. So Croatia has now fewer operators because there was many acquisition and mergers in the past few seasons. So we tend to have few players that are very large, while in Italy, that is, as I said, it's my home country, we have 2 to 3 major players, probably like 2 that have over 100 boats, Italian fleets with over 100 boats in Italy. While in Turkey, there is no large fleet, technically. There is only fleets that have under 50 boats. While in Greece, it's a quite balanced mix. You have some large company above 100, pretty much, it's very similar percentages between the one that are above 100, the 50 to 100 boats, and the smaller. And what I noticed in Greece in particular is that there is less and less one fleet operator charter. As the Greeks are for sure more familiar than me, there was quite a lot of funds given by the Greek government for the charter to acquire, to purchase a new boat, and that brought to the market a lot of new players, mostly 1 or 2 boats players. This trend stopped. The ESPA program was stopped by the Greek government, so there is less of this trend. And those operator either took other boats in management and expanded, or the owner give their boat in management to larger companies. So the distribution in Greece is way more harmonious, I would say. While in Italy, as you can see, we have only 2 possibilities. We have 2 large players, 2 to 3 large player. There is almost nothing in the 50 to 100 segment, and then there is under 50 segment that you see is predominant in Italy. While Croatia, as I said, the over 100 is expanding. There is a quite good amount of 50 to 100, and of course we have seen that Croatia grew incredibly in the past few years, so there is a lot of smaller operators, but there is not so many under 5 boats operator as we have seen in Greece in the past few years. So this was a new statistic that I wanted to introduce this year to give you a different perspective on the segmentation of the charter market. Any comment, any feeling about this? I'm sure I will have comments on this next slide. So what to expect in season 26, what we are noticing, and this is a very happy way of wrapping up this keynote, this presentation, is that we see a 25% increase for 2026 in number of bookings compared to what we had seen in 25. So I am happy to report that this year we're not starting with the negative number, but we can expect a 25% increase in number of bookings for the 26 season. So is there any question, anything you want to share, any insight, anything, bring your knowledge. You're in the operations on a daily basis. So please share any info you want to share with us. If booking in Croatia fell from 7690 to 4086, this sounds more than 12.8. You have to take into account also number of boats into this equation. Could you please share graphs with us in PDF doc format? You have most of those. So the presentation will be available. The video will be available for rewatch, but also the PDF of this presentation will be available on our website in the Academy section in the event. And also you have the State of the Art Charter Market blog post in the blog section that comes with a separate PDF that has extra data that I didn't share. That is available to download, that has extra data that I didn't share in this presentation. The 20% market growth, how do you know that? We compare simply the numbers of booking that were done so far at the same time, as same reference date for the year before and this year, and we can tell also taking into account, the number of operators, number of boats, market trends. So this is, how we do that estimation. Might be interesting to do the same exercise for motorboats in the booking manager fleet. Also, difference between inland waterways and offshore might be useful. I will be a good Dusseldorf. I cannot do for 25 statistics for river, but I will be able to actually do a segment on river for the 22nd when we will wrap up 26. So happy to take that suggestion on board for the next State of the Art Charter Market look. So that's for inland waterways. And for motorboats, I can definitely add more information to separate a bit bookings for motorboats for this statistic. Absolutely. Are there any statistics regarding crude yachts such as gullets? I can separate motor yachts and gullets. Yes, absolutely. I don't have them in this presentation. I don't have them on top of my mind, but definitely I can give you some more insights for gullets. Can you do prediction for a business in 26? If I could do predictions, I would totally be doing another kind of job. I can do guesstimate. I can do estimated guess. I can have a look for the Ibiza data that I have and tell you how it is going for 26. But on top of my mind, I cannot, unfortunately, predict the future. I would love that. Do you have any statistics on daily charter? Hi, Martina. Those statistics include the daily charters. I did not separate them, so I don't have separate statistics. But Lorena, that is sitting next to me, said, Martina, that we will deliver them to you in person in April. You know we are coming for you, Martina. Nikita, what are the leading winter season destination in terms of bookings? For example, how strong is demand for the BVI compared to Asian destination or European Atlantic? In general, which geographic areas receive the highest volume of winter bookings, November to March? Amazing question. I actually love this question. So traditionally, strongest markets are Caribbean, Martinique, Guadeloupe, BVI, USVI, with San Martin, and that geographical area is the leading. Guadeloupe and Martinique have a huge appeal for European because they're French territories. Sorry if it is anybody from those destinations, they will kill me if I say it's a dom or a tom. They're French overseas territories, and I hope this will be politically correct enough. So those have that strong appeal. USVI and BVI suffered from regulation change in the past few years. So there's a bit of that in there. Looking on the larger wider market, Thailand has definitely been rising as a destination. I did statistics, and I think that Tahiti also is French Polynesia, sorry, is one of the top destination, also French territory. So very appealing for European if you don't take into account the 24 hours travel to get there. Definitely in my bucket list, to be honest. French Polynesia is also an incredibly popular charter destination. So this is the idea. Azor has been not on the radar of the top destination, and from what I can tell you, Canary Islands are on the decline, at least charter-wise. Can I get a list of which charter only use Booking Manager as an agent? That information will be welcome. Natasha, absolutely. If you go on Booking Manager website, you have a drop-down where you have the clients and you have golden partners. Those are all the companies that are exclusively using Booking Manager as distribution and booking software. Maria Antonietta, so nice to see you. I haven't seen you in real life in ages. Is there any specific market data for Sicily, Aeolian Island in relation to the data from Italy that you have provided us? I don't, as I said for Greece before, we don't do statistics by sailing areas. I could pull statistics by destination, absolutely. Okay, Tadeusz. I can say that I see increase in bookings of premium boats, fully equipped. Absolutely. This is something we discussed for those of you that were the booking manager somewhere with us in the destination panel. This is one of the topics that actually we discussed this trend about premium boats, luxury, semi-luxury, but also larger units, and how the typical charter has changed from, the skilled sailor, a sea wolf, as we used to say that we had 10 years ago, to, tourists simply. I would also be interested in flotilla statistics, which are the most sought after destination. On top of my mind, I would say that for flotilla, the top sought destination are the same as you have in regular charter rental. Lefkas, I know, is a top destination in the Ionian. Split, Croatia, especially if you do combined with, the Ultra Festival and those kind of events. For the Caribbean, I know that there is Bahamas, I know, is a top flotilla destination. Thailand, I've seen also on the rise. So those are really from top of my mind. Do you see any changes in the length of the season? Yes, absolutely. This is something we were commenting with our Greek partners a few weeks ago. And actually, the length of the charter has very, very stretched. I think, Martina, correct me if I'm wrong, you ended up your charter season basically end of November, somewhere like there. So yes, absolutely. The charter season has completely changed. Peak season is not what it used to be, at least compared to when I started in this industry. Also, charter length has absolutely changed. The Saturday to Saturday standard that we have seen is changing. Will I be in booth Dusseldorf? Yes, I will. The booking manager team will be there for the whole show. You can find us in all 13 B 41 and 42. B 41 and 42. In any case, booking manager website has all the correct information. I personally will be on booth Monday and Tuesday. We have booking manager seminars at 5 on Monday and on Tuesday, followed by wine and unwind, as my colleague would say. I will present some of those statistics again. I will include some of your suggestions for this. And actually, for the first time, we will give you an insight on Booking Manager, how to react on those statistics using the tool provided by Booking Manager. So absolutely, I will be happy to meet any of you Monday and Tuesday. And do you have comparable data or industry benchmark regarding how far in advance agents typically book a boat CAT? We're observing a clear trend. Around 70% of our clients book 3 to 4 months in advance, but we have also seen almost twofold increase in last minute booking, 21 to 3 days before departure. Mikita, I absolutely agree with your statistics, to be honest. This is something I was commenting with one of the most long-standing agencies in the charter business, Bora, that probably everybody knows, and he has seen something very similar to what you are saying. So yes, absolutely. The timing of the booking has changed. It's not early booking market anymore, our industry. And what was the most surprising for me is because, as I said, I'm Italian. Italians are known to be last minute bookers. German trends are changing, which is very, very unexpected information for me. German are moving their booking timings. They are known to be the most early bookings, as far as 24 months in advance, and that's not the trend anymore. Can you please send any data request or topic or any data point you want us to discuss or to share with you or to add to this presentation at marketing@mmksystems.com email, and we can research this a bit further and organize another data discussion that will be announced on our website. So any of these suggestions that are very valuable, please share them with us, marketing@mmksystems.com, and we can organize second round of discussion, how we can see the fastest what charter offer, not only from Saturday till Saturday. So if you search on Booking Manager portal, you have a flexibility tool. So when you put the date, you can put flexibility on day, or you can put in week. And when you search, you actually see if there is if it's closest state or if it's any non-standard offer. You can see them when you search. It comes with information within the search results. This gives me perfect opportunity. Thank you, Natasha. I appreciate the hook to invite you to the next Academy session, which will be 12th of February, where we will go through all the changes, all the news, all the new tools that we have introduced on Booking Manager portal. So that will be actually one of the things that we will be discussing in the next session. So, oh, Jackie, hi, how are you doing? Thank you for being with us. I hope I will see you in Düsseldorf next week, maybe. Mhm. And my colleague that is doing suggestion here, actually, say hi. Said start clicking. You can already register for the next academy session. Jackie is in Martinique, and I think we're all very jealous, to be honest, that we will be in Düsseldorf while she will be in Martinique. I don't think that's fair, Jackie. Really not fair. Okay. If there is no more question, I want to thank all of you once more for tuning in and taking the time to be with us and to listen to our statistics. I really looking forward getting more inputs via email from you. And a couple of more questions. Are there any specific benefits for doing correspondence with clients over Booking Manager portal? Because after reservation, I can send them offer from charter directly by mail to the client. We keep this question for the next session when we will be talking about portal, but it's actually great points for me to add to the discussion for the next session. And Jackie said that someone needs to explore the area. I am sure that many of us would be volunteering for going on a field trip to the Caribbean in winter. Okay, on that happy note, I wish you all a great rest of the day. See you in Düsseldorf for those of you that will be there. If you want to book a meeting with any of my colleagues on Booking Manager website, you have the possibility to book a meeting with the amazing sales team that will be there. If I won't see you there, see you on the 12th of February for the next Academy session. Have an amazing day, everybody. Bye.